you can heal your body from any disease using power of your mind.
I'm going to teach you how to do that in this video. Hello, I'm Homer.
And I'm Sadie. Welcome to Playing with Fire. Today we're going to talk about healing your body using the power of your mind. And we brought a book for you, but we're going to talk more about how you can use power of your mind to heal yourself.
Yeah.
First, let's talk about Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, You're the Placebo.
Yep.
And in this book, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about the story of himself, that how when after the accident that he had, where doctors told him that you're never going to be able to walk again.
Wow.
And they told him he needs to go through this surgery. And again, he's not going to be able to walk, but that was necessary. He didn't accept the surgery, and he believed that he can heal himself using power of his mind. At that point, they thought he's crazy. So this is it's going to catch that. It's
That's crazy.
So they thought he's crazy. They thought maybe in the accidents his head is like his brain is not working. So they start doing some scan on his brain, and then oh no, he's okay, and he made the decision not to do the surgery. And long story short, he healed himself just by imagining that his spine is getting back together, the nerves are working again, and he did that over and over again. I don't want to talk about the book because you can buy the book. I think it's like $15 in Amazon or something, or less than $20. And if you're sick, you need to buy this. You need to read this because there are a lot of stories of people who healed themselves. And talking about the fact, let's talk about placebo, how it works and how people. This is because some people would be like, oh, how can we heal ourselves just using the mind?
Yeah, exactly.
And this title, actually, that's actually interesting title because it talks about the fact that how come people with sugar pill and salt pill, whatever they took, because they thought it's a medicine, they healed themselves. The pill didn't do anything. Something happened in their brain.
They just believed.
Have you ever heard about those like sugar pill things?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's interesting that you mentioned that because I've also heard of, before we get into the placebo, I've heard of the phrase and the idea, knowledge is power, right? And this book has a lot of knowledge. It has a lot of power. And if you have that knowledge and you have that power, you use it for you. You use it in a way that it'll benefit you. And in this case, understanding what the placebo is, will give you that knowledge and that power to use it to benefit you. But yes, I've heard of the placebo. Placebo is very interesting because a lot of scientists or any pharmaceutical company who's developing a new medicine or like a pill, they have to do trials, which means that by law, or here in the US, in order for it to be approved by the FDA, they have to make sure that it works. And the only way for them to know if it works is by giving it to people. But they have to have a group that takes the actual medicine and a group that takes a sugar pill. But they can't tell who takes what. They know who's taking it, but the people who take it themselves are not told you're taking the pill, the actual medicine, or you're taking the sugar. They're just told this is medicine, this is going to help you, this is going to cure you. And then they come back and they give their testimony of whether it worked for them or not. And the interesting thing is that a lot of people, most people that take the sugar pill, which is the placebo, it's a replacement of the actual medicine, just because they are not aware that they're taking a sugar, they believe they're taking medicine, they heal. And it's just sugar, and it's not the actual pill. That's what the placebo is, which is crazy.
This is interesting, yeah. I think I heard about this story, like part of the book they talk about. So that shows that the healing comes from within.
Yeah.
It's not something from outside. And I want to refer to one of the story Dr. Joseph Murphy, in one of his books, says. He says that he met this witch from a village in Africa, some countries in Africa. I don't remember, it was a long time ago when I read it. He said this person was healing people with a boon that she had. So she said this is from goddess or somebody somebody, what do you call it? I think a goddess.
Yeah.
And that's why it has a healing power. And then people believed
Just
that.
believed it.
And then she was able to heal people. When she was dying, after years, Dr. Joseph Murphy went to meet her.
Wow.
And she said, actually, I found this bone somewhere. I don't know if it belongs to human or not. I just said
crazy.
to people. So people started, please help us, please. And was like, no, wait. So they waited and waited. So she created this wait list of people. They want to be healed.
Wow.
So actually their belief healed them.
Yeah, that's so crazy how that works.
And when talking about, so we're gonna talk about the power of like the stories that proves this is real, and then at the end of the video, I'm gonna tell you techniques that you can use to heal yourself. Apart from reading this book, which contains all the techniques, meditations to heal yourself, and so you wouldn't even need this video. But I have other techniques from other writers, which would be easy if you are not really comfortable with reading books. Hopefully you will read books. So let's talk about one of the techniques that Bashar talked about. Do you know Bashar? We're going to talk about Bashar in another video. I'm not going to talk about him, just his picture here. This is Bashar. And I remember someone told her that I'm in pain, and he say like, how exciting. Because it's a game and you're here to learn how to manipulate energy and you heal yourself. And it's a lesson that you're learning.
Yeah.
When you see this in this way, everything is going to change. And if you are still not convinced that you can heal yourself with your body, I want to tell you a crazy story. Did you know people with multiple personality? There were cases that the person in one personality had very weak eye vision and the other personality had really good eye vision.
Wow, it doesn't surprise me.
And there was person with the multiple personality with a tumor in one personality.
Whoa.
And the tumor disappeared in other personality.
Holy
So one personality was dying, the other personality was young. And
that's crazy. That's powerful.
So you just can change your physique with just belief itself.
Yeah, the belief.
So, and it's interesting because now we talked about multiple personality. I want to say something about people who heal themselves, which are not everyone, from thousands of patients, maybe 2-3 of them use the power of the mind to heal themselves. That's why they're not majority. And doctors work with majority. That's why there are no data out there. But something interesting is, you will hear in this book and also in Dr. Joe Dispenza's seminar, we met people who healed themselves. And when you ask them, how did you heal yourself? And they say, what are you talking about? That was a different person. I'm not that person with disease. I'm somebody else. They created new personality. They created someone new without the disease.
Wow. That's crazy.
So they don't remember that person. It's like, that was someone else with disease. I'm not that person.
That's so interesting.
So they were able to create a new personality without a disease. And this is
profound. This is, if you understand if you can picture that, that's transformational. It's difficult to kind of think about, but that's so powerful. Like you literally change your person from one to a completely different person, a healthier person with no problems that you had before. And it's real. That's what's crazy. Wow.
So specifically, Dr. Joe Dispenza mainly focuses in changing personality. He uses this phrase that your personality creates your personal reality.
Yeah.
For people, if they don't know him or his work, if I want to summarize what does that mean is your personality creates your personal reality. What is the personality? Personality is a bunch of beliefs system that you believe in different things. I'm lucky or I'm not lucky. I'm worthy or I'm not worthy. These are your beliefs. And how this 10 or 11 or 20 beliefs that you have, how you created them by repeating a thought. So usually a thought that started maybe with your mother telling you you're good for nothing, and then you start looking for a sign.
Or father.
Yeah, mother, father, or whoever, and sometimes teacher or a friend. And they say you're not good enough, and then you start looking for a sign that proves this to yourself. And then anytime anything small happened at school, you weren't good at math. Oh, I was like, look, I'm not good for anything. And then you start repeating this. So this repeated thought become a belief, and bunch of beliefs become personality. Personality creates your personal reality. So if you want to heal yourself because your personality and your belief system made you sick, you need to go back, start a new thought. New thought is a body without a disease, healthy body. it can be healthy. So imagine yourself, if you cannot walk, if you have a pain, I know many people, they have knee problem, they can't run. You need to imagine yourself running. This is a technique when we're talking about a visualization technique. Just picture yourself that you're running, or if you're unhealthy, you're in bed, picture yourself, you're walking on the beach, no disease. You shouldn't even think about no disease. You think about the healthy body.
Yeah.
So you walk, you're happy, you're enjoying the meal with your friends and family. There is no disease. And people talking, you remember you were sick? No, that was a different person. And you picture yourself like that. And then you start creating this feeling of excitement because you healed yourself. And then when you are excited, just forget about the picture, because picture honestly is not very important. The feeling is important. Feeling is
right.
the thing that bring that frequency. And then stay in that feeling a few seconds, just leave it. This is a practice you need to do, and the best time to do it is before you go to sleep. The reason you need to do it before sleep is because I give you a good idea during the day, and I was like, you're worthy to be very rich man. And I was like, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you're worthy. Yeah. And then you start walking, it's like, oh, Sadie told me I can be very rich and I'm very talented. And your conscious mind is like, I don't think you can do that. You remember you were very bad at math at the school? I was like, you remember your teacher told you this, your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend told you that?
Your personality comes through.
So your conscious mind delude, or what they call destroy the picture, let's say, the good idea, and start mixing in with the bad energy and negative. And then when you go to bed, that's the time actually your subconscious mind receive everything to just work on it. There's this broken picture of what I told you. So the best time to give yourself a good idea, like about healing, being rich, is before going to sleep. So actually, we use this in hypnosis. That's why they put people in hypnosis sleep.
Oh, wow.
Because the good idea, you're almost in sleep, the idea goes to your subconscious, and your conscious mind is not there
so
to
you
stop
resist,
the idea.
Yeah, you resist less. Or
and then
no
subconscious mind usually change the idea to something that makes sense for it, which is similar to the past. And we don't want the past. Past is disease.
Right.
If you're sick, the past is disease, and you want to change that. So the best time for visualization is when you go to the bed.
Wow, look at that. See, that's another huge tip on where to start. Wow.
The next thing is meditation. Dr. Joe talks about meditation. To be honest, I kind of find his meditation as a hypnosis. I don't know why they call it meditation. It's deeper than meditation, but you can find one of his meditation, Love Your Body. You can see in his website there are multiple meditation for healing. It's kind of bringing energy and put it in that part of your body that is not working well. So the way that it works is that in a meditation, in the first part of meditation, it puts you in a very trance state of mind, like a very relaxed alpha waves. So slow you forget about your body, like after 10 minutes of the meditation. And when you're ready, it's almost sleep but not sleep. That's the time that it will actually put a new idea in your subconscious, which is being healthy.
Right.
Talking about healing. And many people find those meditation very helpful to help them in their healing journey. But how long it's going to take? This is a question for you to start healing yourself.
Good question.
What do you think?
I would guess that it depends on every person. Every person is a little bit different, and some people are going to find it quicker to believe in themselves faster. Some other people are going to have more trouble resisting, and their personality might be a little bit more stubborn, and it might take
people
more.
with analytical mind, they are very difficult, unfortunately. I'm
That's
one
crazy.
of those.
Yeah,
I'm
me
one
too,
of those.
me too.
So I think some people call them, oh, silly, you're so silly. They're the luckiest people in the planet. They can believe things. So the word works with belief. If you believe it, the energy.
So crazy.
I wish I was not like my brain was working differently. So
Same.
yeah, but it's this way.
It
So it's going to be different for us or for somebody. I think in this book, and one of Dr. Joe's book, he talks about this woman who her husband committed suicide without telling her what is wrong. The guy went to a very tall building and jumped
Sad.
without telling the wife or children, and even leaving a letter. After a few months, the woman started developing disease in her body.
Wow.
And there were like multiple diseases. She couldn't eat, she couldn't go to the restroom. There were a lot of things that was happening in her body. And she realized this started after my husband passed away. And so she thought, it's because I'm angry of my husband. Why did he do that to us? Why he never talked about it?
Right.
What was the problem? So that was a part that she realized, oh, this is something with this anger inside me. So I need to forgive him.
Yeah.
But how can I forgive him? So she started a meditation. She said in her meditation, she never stand up from the meditation before she felt she's healed. So every time she meditated, waited in the meditation until she thought, oh, I'm healthy. And she woke up and was like, oh, no, you are not healthy. So it took her 1 year, but she healed all the disease. For her, it was more difficult than some people. They heal themselves. One of my followers, after I talked about this, she sent me some scans of her disease, disappeared in a month. So people has a different power of mind. It's not the power of mind. This is the resistance that you talked about.
Yeah.
So she didn't have the resistance. After 1 month, all the disease disappeared from her body.
Lucky. But even if, I mean, think about it. Even if it took one year, isn't it worth it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I say, let's buy this book. And then they're complaining about the disease. Come on, you need to buy it. I don't have any disease. I read this book. And I didn't need it, but I was interested to understand. So I don't understand, if you're sick and you're suffering from that sickness, how come you don't want to spend that time on yourself?
Yeah.
So I know it's difficult. I know being in that state is very difficult, but you need to make a decision. Say, I'm going to change and I'm going to do this. And today is the day you need to make a decision. There are some small things that people ignore, and usually people who have disease, they kind of use those techniques to make their disease last more and even make it bigger, and they don't know. One of the things is talking about your disease to people over and over again. Have you heard this? Like a grandma's, I was
it's
like,
oh, feeding energy, huh?
Yeah, oh, my back hurts. How are you, grandma? My back hurts. I was like, I say, how are you?
It's like you're making it worse.
Yeah, and
every time
you saw, my mom was like that. Anyone, like neighbor, how is it going? Oh, my knee hurts. I was like, oh my God, okay, I'm not gonna ask her again. So she likes to get the attention from people, because I know at that point I was like, don't do this is wrong. But now I'm like smarter. I understand she just needed attention.
Wow.
She didn't get the attention from people, so she started using her disease, taking that attention that she needed. This is very sad, and my mom had to leave that. If I knew, I was a child, I was a teenager, I never knew that. But if I knew, if I was in this age, I would give her all that attention she needed, so she wouldn't need to start taking attention with her disease. But she did that. So with bringing attention of people to your disease, what you're doing is where your attention goes, energy follows actually. So you put your energy, not a positive energy for healing, pity, oh my God, oh, you're dying. Okay, I'm gonna call my friends to see if she's still alive because she said she has cancer. This is the fact. They're calling you just to make sure that you're still alive, and this is not a good energy.
Of course.
So you bring people's energy to your disease. So you are growing your disease. And this is so sad, but I understand because my mom had it. I really need attention sometimes. So all of us use, like, oh, my head, I have a headache, or I have any problem that we have, because we can make our friends or people that they love us give us more attention. But for disease, this is a poison.
Yeah.
And if you love yourself and you want to heal yourself, you need to stop talking about it.
Yeah.
The only person you need to talk about is doctor and nobody else.
Yeah. Because it does work both ways. Just like you said, it's a double-edged sword. Placebo just means, and it's another word to say that you believe, and you believe in something. You believe you're healthy, you're healthy. You believe you're sick. And if you are sick, the idea is believing that you can heal yourself, and going internally and thinking internally and reconstructing whatever you need to reconstruct to regain that health, and believing that you're actually doing that. And when you believe that you do that, you become healthy. And just the same, some people that are healthy but seek different kind of attention, as you just mentioned, they believe that they're sick, and they believe constantly that they're sick, and they do get sick, and they're constantly in the hospital, and they're constantly complaining about a pain or a discomfort. And even if their body is healthy, their mind is not. and it's whatever you believe is your reality, and that comes from that personality, which is so
But
interesting.
the good news is we can change that.
Yeah,
We can change the personality.
That's
in
the point.
any aspect. It doesn't need to just be health. For money, making money, everything you want in your life, you need to create a new personality.
More dimensions to this.
Yeah, we can talk about money next video.
Okay.
But in this video, let's just stay on health. But you need to create new personality. The personality that doesn't have disease. That's it. And to do this, you need to stop. If you believe you don't, so you need to believe a new personality, having a new personality. This personality doesn't have disease, so she or he doesn't talk about disease because she's not sick. So I'm again telling you, if you have cancer, you are going through chemotherapy, whatever, you need to do that. We'll talk, it's your decision. You talk to a doctor, you have a doctor. That doctor is the only person you need to talk about. Or your husband, your wife, doesn't matter if you think they are they want to help you. But then the rest of the people in the world, they don't need to know, and you can start keeping this energy. As somebody in Dr. Joseph Moore Facebook, doctor told her, you're going to die in 3 months, and it's too bad, the cancer is all over your body, and you're going to die. The husband told the wife, is like, okay, you can accept this and die, or let's not believe it. And they choose not to believe it. They don't tell anybody. They start traveling, watching funny videos, comedies, going to comedy shows, start laughing all the time, just like there's no disease. And they came back and they go to the doctor, there's no cancer.
Wow.
And what happened, how this happened, is like they didn't accept it. So now you accepted the disease for so far till now. You want to change that. What you need to do is create a new personality without that disease. Pretend you're a new person. Start acting like it. And part of the acting is not to talk about the disease.
Yeah, it also sounds like an internal kind of battle. If you make the decision that you're going to win this battle and you're going to change your health for the better, I think that gives you power to win and to become healthy. And if you convince yourself that you're going to lose that battle and that you're not capable of overcoming this, you already lost a battle too.
Exactly.
Because you've already convinced yourself that you're not capable. So that has that's part of your kind of path into deciding whether you're gonna overcome and find health or not. Because you either give up. If you give up, you've lost a battle.
The good thing in the process is the fact actually is you need to know when you're going through this process, because I work with some people that, like my clients, and they not always for health, for other stuff. Some of them want to get rich, some of them want to make money, they never made good money. And then in the process of changing, they're starting to change their brain. So we're working together, they're changing their thoughts, they start meditating, they're doing new things. And then after 15 days, 30 days, they were like, start crying. Some of them was like, why nothing is changing outside? I'm changing inside. And I told them, what was the last time, before meeting me and working together, how many times would you cry or would you feel this horrible? They were like, every single day. And can I ask you something?
Funny,
now, today, this is funny. And I told them, I was like, what about now? How many days have you been upset or sad or feeling negative? I was like, actually in 15 days, this is the first time. So you're
progress.
Changing.
Yeah, progress.
But then you need to realize, even when you change, the fact is when you create some new picture of reality in your brain, the outer world doesn't have any way out. The outer world need to match the inner world. Mm-hmm. So the external environment start matching the new ideas that you have in your brain, the new picture that you have. But there is a process. It's not happening like this. And honestly, we need to be happy. This is a good thing. Because imagine many people start thinking, oh, what if I go to this trip and I have accident and die? We don't want to manifest this at a second.
Of course.
So
of course.
We have bad thoughts, bad ideas, horrible things, fears, and we don't want to manifest them under one thought. That's why there is a delay, which is good.
That's very good.
Just to make sure that you're sure about the picture you want. So if you repeat repeat it, it was like, okay, so you're sure you want this. Sometimes it's a disease that you repeated many times that I want it.
Wow, that's quite a way to think about that, yeah.
But sometimes it's money. So you start saying, okay, I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, I'm making a lot of money, I love myself, I start working on yourself. 15 days, 30 days, I was like, oh my God, something small happened, but not big thing. Where is that money? When I'm gonna receive that health, whatever I want? The fact is, you need to realize from now, you're gonna be living in that whatever you used to have for a while until the new world, the new environment that you want will appear in your life, like will show up.
Right.
So you need to see the reality with different perspective. So if I want a healthy body, I was like, I'm healthy, I'm meditating, and in my meditation, I see myself healthy. Before I sleep, I visualize myself healthy. And people say, oh, what about your disease? Are you okay? I was like, yes, I'm okay. I've never been better than this. And I actually don't want to talk about my disease anymore. Can you stop asking me about it? Thank you. I just want to do this. And then your body hurts. Doctor said, oh no, this scan doesn't look good. I was like, oh, that's okay, thank you. Take care of whatever you need to do, doctor. I'm doing my own job. And one day, if you keep insisting on that picture, the external world will change.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that makes total sense.
And that's the time you say, actually, that's a different person. Yeah. I used to live in different body, but I'm not now.
Yeah, because everything takes time to build. You build a house, it takes months. You start with the foundation, you add this, you add that, and you build it. And as you're building it, you're always picturing what you want it to look. And as the days go by, you progress. One day, boom, the house is made. So you have to be patient, but you also have to continue to believe every day that your house is being built. And you keep adding and adding and adding until it becomes a reality, your new reality.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
And I never saw anyone dying from hope. You know, nobody dies from hope. It's funny because it was like, what if it's not working? Okay, let's say I'm diseased and I'm dying, and I'm hoping I will be fine, and I die with this hope. Who cares? I could die every day crying, and I died like being happy and thinking. Let's say being stupid and thinking I'm gonna be healed. I think the second one still is better. This is still better, but. The fact is we can heal ourselves, and we need to give ourselves a chance. And when you're diseased, your body is destroying itself. You don't have any other way. Doctor says you're gonna die in 6 months. What is the other way? What is the alternative? There's no alternative. Right. The only thing you have is to heal yourself. Try to heal yourself. Either you can do it or you can't do it. Doesn't matter. The important is you try.
And I also think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the common modern, maybe throughout time, the collective belief, in other words, what we're all used to, what the culture and the people, everyone is used to a belief that already exists. That belief is, if you get sick, you go to the doctor gives you medicine, you heal, or you don't, depending on whatever the health condition is. But that's like a belief that everyone accepts. And what people don't accept is the one person that says, I will heal myself from the inside. I will...
they think he's crazy.
Yeah.
They thought Joe Dispenza is crazy. They wanted to scan his brain again. They thought maybe he did to himself.
Yeah, and so I think that collective belief, the more popular belief or the more common belief is easier to believe. And so we already believe that other side.
And of course, it's like a common, like what is, I hate common. Yeah. I hate like a normal. Because normal means 95%, 90% of society accepted that.
Yeah.
So if you live in a city where everyone is are naked, if you wear something, they think you're weird.
Yeah.
And it's other way around. If you go to the street and see someone like naked, it was like, oh my God, he's crazy. So normal is different in these two cities.
That's true. Yeah,
so
exactly.
Why should I consider something as normal where, as we know, there are nude beach people wear nothing and then it's normal? So we go with this society, but let's see who are these normal people. 95% of people, 90% of people, are they like a wealthy, healthy, rich people, or like a normal people with like credit debts, with loans, and with disease, and with awful relationships, and are working class? So usually, those a few percent who are not normal
are the ones that have like achieved.
And there is there is a good news or bad news. When you heal yourself, people are gonna no, not sorry. Somebody edit this. I want to say tell you. Sorry. Boop. The news is when you heal yourself, when you tell people think you're crazy and they don't believe you. Many times happen. The person healed herself from cancer. They say, maybe she's lying. Maybe she never had cancer, because it's not normal. They don't believe you.
Or
So they think it was like, oh, this is not normal. This is not. Some people like that. It's like, yeah, I had an aunt. She had a miracle. She saw Jesus Christ and Jesus. And then they kind of like say that they know that person will tell the truth. But then it was like, do you believe that you can do that? It was like, no, this is not scientifically like approved or whatever.
Right.
So let's be anormal. Let's not be normal and do crazy stuff. Let's let people call you crazy. This is better. I think it's better.
Because at the end of the day, it's for you. It's a benefit that can help you, and it's you are the one that matters, not the rest of society, whether they want to judge us crazy or not. It doesn't matter. If you're ill and you want to get better, try everything. Try healing yourself. Try believing. You lose nothing.
Try this book too. And so guys, I'm going to put a link for if you want to buy this book. It's not ours, it's Dr. Joe's book. You can go to his website and find some meditation for healing that can help you too. And I hope after watching this video, you're getting the energy that you need to start healing yourself. And I believe you can do it. And I'm sending all my positive energy to you. And hopefully I see you and see your comments soon that you're telling us that, oh, guys, I healed myself. And maybe we invite you here. Dr. Joe needs to pay me.
Should have said that.
Dr. Joe needs to pay me.